Now, India and Australia are expected to focus on ramping up their overall defence ties and boost strategic cooperation in the Indo-Pacific at the second edition of the 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue today. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and their Australian counterparts Richard Marles and Penny Wong will hold the talks to further advance cooperation under the India-Australia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership, according to the Ministry of External Affairs. Announcing India's hosting of the dialogue, the ministers are expected to discuss a wide range of strategic, defence and security issues. Of course. Meanwhile, joining us on the broadcast is Mr. Sanjeev Srivastava. He's an international affairs expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining in on NewsX. Now, India-Australia are slated to hold 2+2 ministerial dialogues to advance cooperations on shared regional interests from defence, tech, trade to investment ties. How important it is for these nations to hold such talks?
Well, Sabri, first of all, a very good morning to you. Good morning to all the viewers. You know, India-Australia relationship has seen, continuous upgradation, and in the year 2020, both the nations have elevated their strategic partnership to the comprehensive strategic partnership level. And also with regard to economic cooperation, both the nations are deeply collaborating with each other. And now they are aspiring to achieve $100 billion of bilateral trade between the two sides. And in recent times, they have already signed economic cooperation and trade agreement. And during this India-Australia 2+2 dialogue, it is expected that both the nations will also have a discussion about a comprehensive economic cooperation agreement. And this will further enhance our economic cooperation. But with regard to India-Australia strategic partnership, it is a consequential relationship. It is the relationship between the two democracies having shared values, shared interests, shared opportunities, shared challenges. Both the nations are very much aware about the kind of challenges the Indo-Pacific region is having. Obviously, whether it is India or Australia, both the nations are committed to ensure a free, open, inclusive, resilient Indo-Pacific region. And for that to ensure, both the nations are working together bilaterally as well as in a multilateral setup such as Quad. In the Quad initiative, India, United States of America, Japan and Australia is there. But on the bilateral side too, both the nations are deeply collaborating with each other with regard to various, consideration of the Indo-Pacific region and how to ensure a rules-based order, a democratic rules-based order is one of the top priorities, and that will certainly come under discussion in the 2+2 dialogue. This 2+2 dialogue will also, consider the kind of Quad meeting which is happening in the month of January. So it is expected that in times ahead, when in month of January, the Quad summit will happen, Quad Leaders Summit. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Japanese leadership, President Biden, and will be here in India. It is expected that this Quad summit may happen around our Republic Day on 26th January, and maybe next day after that. So I think various kind of considerations which might come up in the upcoming Quad Leaders Summit that could also be discussed in this present India-Australia 2+2 strategic dialogue. And for that India-Australia 2+2 strategic dialogue, already Australian Defence Minister, who is also a Deputy Foreign Minister, and Australian Foreign Minister is here in Delhi, and our External Affairs Minister and Defence Minister will be hosting them, and they will have a very comprehensive review of the overall India-Australia relationship, which as I said, it's a very, very comprehensive relationship. One point I would like to make in the last, that Australia is very rich in the rare earth materials, and these rare earth materials, if the comprehensive economic cooperation agreement goes ahead, then it is Australia will be able to give us those materials in a big way, which will be used in the electric vehicles, and this will help us make our cities pollution free. And also with regard to climate change, this will be a significant initiative and cooperation between the two sides.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.